live. We there yet? We're there. All right. Hey, kids. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today, actually, our primary focus is going to be on troubleshooting our airbrush. We had a few issues with it yesterday. I was going to do it off camera, and it dawned on me that it may well be something that is a useful thing for people to witness. So that's what I figured I'd do. If it all goes well, I will be then moving on to the Mustang. 1971 351 Boss Mustang, Revell 1:25, but our primary objective, airbrush. Pretty simple. And when it comes to the Mustang, we're going to be looking at, excuse me, I've got 2 pieces of wood here, you see, to try and give, there we go, that's better. It's, actually I can show you. While we're here, actually, first I'll fix the light. I know you're going to get a blinding flash. Now, this is a spray booth I purchased. Look, they're great. They really are. There's a lot of really good stuff they do. I'm an unmitigated fan. But the only failing of it, in my opinion, is that here, they've actually, if you leave it as it is, it actually raises up and it bends. It's only good for its intended purpose. You put a piece of wood under there, board there, you can use it for everything. Boom. Can't tell me that's a bad outcome. Although it is, in fact, a wee bit small for our for some purposes, and if you're not airbrushing, it is worth putting it away. And we will be doing a lot of airbrushing in due course. Now, let me just get that to, there we go. Get a mouthful of coffee. Can't do anything without coffee. Yep, that's the shit. Now, all right. Now, our issue yesterday was that the compressor was continually running. Now, there can be a couple of reasons for this. We're going to go through a bit of the jiggery-pokery and see what possible causes could be. Now, one thing I wouldn't mind having a gander at is the actual trigger. Because it does seem to be sitting a bit high. So that might not be helping our cause. So, hey, David, how you doing? Now, I reckon that's part of the, I reckon the trigger may well be our issue. Now, to address that, let me get in close. We're going to need to remove the needle, that's what that's saying. One thing I might do is pop that there so we can put things like the needle there and keep it clean. Take that off. That could be cleaner. We digress. And so we will fix that up as well. Now, yeah, there's our issue. Look at that. That's not sitting right. All right. So, this is where. Give me a moment. Get our little spanner. Look at that. Bless their cotton socks. Which way do we go with this? There we go. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. I've thought that through. They have, I think. Let's have a look at that. Here's something to check out, guys. Very good. I'll zoom in for this. John and Daniel, how are you doing? Now, here's a very cool little move they've done. And this is more in the actual design. Nice little ball mechanism so that it rolls. I've seen other ones and it's more of a hinge mechanism. And I've got to say, hinge mechanism is probably not your friend. Now, what I want to do is, it's a daisy. And if all goes well, right. I reckon that I got it right. That could be our issue. Now I want to clean that. Probably a good idea to take a few bits and bobs off here. I can see that's fucking filthy. That's not going to help the cause of anything. By that, I am referring to our needle. I thought I'd cleaned that well yesterday. Clearly I was wrong. This will now fix. All right. Now. Now, I can't be on for too long today, unfortunately. I have an early appointment, but at least I've managed to get on, which is no bad outcome in my eyes. I've learned one thing about cleaning these. There we go. Make sure you go one way. Do not go chugga, chugga, chug. That's only for the uninitiated. There's a couple of reasons for this. One, it's a needle. You want to keep it nice and straight, so you run the risk of bending it doing that. The other, if you've come up here and back, this thing's fucking sharp. I discovered that the hard way. Yes. Now. While I'm here. Yeah, be damned. Actually, no, we won't go that far. What I will do is check that all this is properly tightened. We'll also run some thinner through it. So, yeah. And if all is well, we can then prep for our aluminium stuff, some of which will actually be the entire hull, because there's a thing I like to do with aircraft, and I have a cunning plan. And what that cunning plan is that, now, depress, hopefully, all is well. That's feeling promising. All right. Now, I don't know how much actual painting we'll necessarily get done today, if any. We can do a whole stack of prepping though. And that's fine in my eyes, you know. Now, there we go. Now, let's have a look. There's no reason why there should be any leaks from the compressor. That is properly secured there. Are we lucky, kids? Nah. Okay, this is not good. Okay, let's see if it could be. Hang on. I'm wondering. I'll zoom back a bit for you. Oh no, that should be fine for it to be at that pressure. Hello. Hello. I think we have our answer. And there was much rejoicing. Let's see. Let's see, kids. Oh, yeah. It was just that simple. Yeah! Okay, there's a lesson. Oops, hang on. Okay, at the end of the day, guys, it's as simple as, and this is, I've been airbrushing for a while, and it was pretty much a rookie error, so these are things worth bearing in mind. It was as simple as just tightening a hose. It can be that easy. It clearly was that easy, and there was much rejoicing. All right. That's good. Objective number 1 achieved. Now, which means I'll probably go through a whole shitload less paint next time, and I'll have a whole lot more control. Excellent. And there was much rejoicing. Now, we may yet do some painting. We shall see. But a bit of prepping is going to be required, boys and girls. In we go. Now, to that end, get this out of the way for the moment. Oops, I should put that away. Pardon me. Now, I'm not entirely sure why I keep that. Never mind. Is it just me who does that sort of caper? I don't know. I suppose it keeps it nice and secure should I wish to transport it. And I guess that's its purpose. There we go. Now, bits that we're painting silver. Oh, not silver, painting aluminium. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's in the book. Past that. Nothing there. It probably won't come in till engine bay and chassis time would be my expectation. Now I should probably identify. Give me a moment. No. We're looking for color A. Hey. So, thus far, nada. Here we go. Now, so far, all we're looking at is the rear wheels, the rear part of those wheels. as far as that's the color it's meant to be. There's also, I wanted, like as I said, I want to set up the hull with a covering, because of course underneath any car it is, well, aluminium. So, all right, it's pretty straightforward, boys and girls. Let's do this. All right, what we're gonna do is, now, what was the probably forgets which part is the aluminium he wants to inner parts of the wheels. Okay, good. Now we have that identified. We can give me a moment. I'm just looking for the stuff that we'll want to paint or hit with some aluminium, which is here's part of it. Pretty much the entire hull. And give me a brief moment, because a lot of the stuff we're going to want to hit with aluminium is in fact somewhere else. Something I wouldn't mind quickly checking before I do that is this part here. As you can see, is chassis black, but there's two halves to that. I want to see what color the other side is. I have a sneaking suspicion that that might be aluminium, and we may be able to airbrush that as well. Looking off. No. It's another sort of, it's G, which is, it's a different black. Be that as it may. Now, all right, I need to go get some stuff. Well, that may be just on my couch, which is pretty much behind me. No, it's not. Alrighty, I will be back in, well, I can continue to talk because it's within range. Up we get. Oh, standing upright. Oh, dearie me. There we go. Dearie me. Now, could probably even ferry the stuff over, but we shan't. No, we shan't. All right. Now, there's obviously the bonnet. Will need to be hit with this. Those are, hang on, maybe those. They will check that. What else am I considering or wanting to hit with aluminium? Now, there's a bit of prepping to be done. Is there still some on the hull to be done? Yes. Oh no, we've done the hull, I think, adequately. Or maybe a bit more. And then we've certainly done the bonnet. We can, we won't do that. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself a wee bit, obviously. Now, All right. What we're going to do is up in well, we don't need this immediately. Where are our wheels? Wheels. I saw them earlier. Hello. Is that? No, they're guns. Why are they out? Dear, oh dear. Now, because the reason I'm looking for the wheels is they're one of the ones that do require some aluminium. And so I want to get everything that requires those aluminium out in the boot. And at that stage, I can prep it all once I find them. Well, that's a bit annoying. Here they are. Here they are. Marvy. Now, I think I'd set them for that side needs to be dark grey. So what I can do is actually probably reuse the same part, because I'm pretty sure it's this side. It's the, give me a moment, dark grey. Now we can just check that to be certain, because you don't want to get that shit wrong and then get grumpy, or at least I don't. Maybe you do, whatever floats your boat, man. Yes, I am correct. Excellent. And that's the way we roll. Now, there's a bit of jiggery pokery here, I tell you. Let's go some of this shit out. They're chromed, but inside that chroming area, there's actually a few different little colors that need to go in. That's funky. They look great. And comes with decals. Fuck me. That is full on. Got to admire the detail though. That's this little area I'm looking at here. Anyway, getting back to business. So yes, it is our outside area. We want aluminium on these. And nice one. I got the masking tape I had on the back of those wheels. So I was going to do. I thought it was chassis black. It's dark grey. And there we go. Got it off. I might just go a fresh piece of tape on that one. I mean, really now. Now, if I'm going to do that, what I can do, shall do, in fact, need to do, is trim these out, like as in these locking discs. Because I will paint them, but they'll be dark grey. Oh, hey Penny, how you doing? You work a lot. I used to work a lot. God, it sucks. I do sympathise. Or it used to suck. And not in the way that I enjoy. Alrighty. How you been? In fact, how has everyone been? Do tell, do tell. I am, as always, marvellous. Marvellous stuff lit. Actually, wait, some of you wouldn't even know who I've just attempted to impersonate. Cheesy grin from the big man. If you can get it, if you do know, I'll do it one more time in case you missed it. Marvellous stuff that. Clue, cricket. Oh, if you love your job, that's all right then, mate. That's good. It's good that you got a job you enjoy. I'm sure, as you'd understand, that's a lot of people cannot say the same. And you see it on their faces every day as they walk from the office, yada, yada, yada. Oh my God, that was rather morose of me. Yeah, dear, oh dear, big boy, what are you doing? Now, as I was doing, yeah, when you're in a lucky place, I mean, I don't work at all, so how unlucky can I be? You know what I'm saying? And that's partly by choice and partly not. But the reality of my situation is that, despite the fact I cannot work because of my hip, the reality is I go without nothing. So at what point can I bitch? The answer is I cannot. Well, I could. But for fuck's sake, mate, what do you want? You know? It's not rocket science now, is it? If you're having a good run, don't get grumpy now. Although I do get grumpy. But usually, as people say, yeah, it's got to be a pretty solid reason for that. There we go. Now, that's ready to rock. That needs surfacer. These all need surfacer. But things we're going to do, these don't, obviously. I'm going to check what color that is. I might be airbrushing that. If it's aluminium, who would have thought? Now, let's have a look. That is part 67. I seem to recall it may be, and that might be why I trimmed it out. What's more? These are not aluminium, so we'll trim them out. 67 is not aluminium. Not a problem. Okay, but we're getting places with this assessment on things, kids. This is good. I'm making good progress. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. I'll stop. You'll go bam, 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 bam. Bam. Rubbing. Bam. And done. Right. Complete with identifier numbers. Got to be happy with that. Well, you don't have to be. I choose to be. Now, our next port of call. 11 and 10 and 11. What are they? Am I going to take the time right now? No. Okay. Now what do I want to find out here? Parts 9 and part 50. Now they're going. That's the tail fin. So it's definitely going to be hit with some of this. Going to hit me. But what I would like to find out is probably further down. Yep. Part 6 is elusive. That's the number I'm looking for. Part 9, but either way, I'm not quite finding it. Oh, they're part 10 and 11. I thought they might have been these little locking things. No, they're part 5, part 6, if we can find it quickly. Just wondering where it goes. Ah, there we go. It's a bit different than what I thought. Doesn't matter. All right. Yeah. Final bit to check, and then we'll get masking. I'm going to go for a very quick run through and see if I can find 10 and 11. If it transpires that they would happen to be aluminium, that would be most convenient. I'm not holding my breath on that front, but you never know your luck. I'm just going to break this. Here we go. And they are color P. Being, just curious to find out. Here we go. Oh, are you for real? You were doing that. Scope this shit out, guys. Whether you really, particularly given that they are to be, this is 99% aluminium metallic, 1% clear gloss. Really? Really? I don't think so, kids. I got 2 words for that little motion. I mean, really now. Oh no, wait a minute. Nah. It's just, what the hell. Alright. That can get airbrushed as well then. Now, things we need to consider. Surfacer. Might as well trim some extraneous sprue here out. Because there is some. Now, the quick little detail I want to check. I do a lot of checking, I know. I like to think it is nothing more than sensible. Other people can disagree. Their prerogative. Now, what was I looking for, guys? That's what I was looking for. The rear lights. Now, when they go together, I'll show you this back here. Yep, as I thought. I'll show you what I was just checking on. And it's going to be going, get a little bit of that, and probably a little overthinking it, but okay, here we go. Excuse me a moment, guys. All right. Now, sorry, I was just checking a message I received. Now, here we go. You can see that's clearly extraneous sprue. What I was noticing was that. You can see how they're. Oh, maybe it's just that they're really clean and da da da. And that one. No, you just get rid of all of it. Clear cut overthinking. So yeah, just we all now do. And start there. There we go. Then the first thing we're going to do is actually no. First thing we're going to do is do a bit of highlighting of a few bits on here and a little bit on. Let me just have a look at the hull. I'm pretty happy with that. A little bit of highlighting on around here. Then we're going to hit this and this, and indeed this surfacer. And then we are going to start prepping on a few bits and bobs. We can get. We've got to get the file out now. There we go. So that's pretty clean already. Good. Now, mouthful of coffee. As I said, I'm not on for long today, but at least I am on and made bed. I'm really happy to have gotten that. I can't believe how minor that little thing was that was causing the issue, but at least now it's fixed. Now, at least now I can airbrush with confidence. Now, get a file. There we go. I do have one out somewhere, I'm pretty sure, but never mind. Ooh, that's another pain in the ass. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because, conveniently enough, this is where we can start trotting. Oh, here we go. Winner. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Actually, it's not a chicken dinner at all. It's a fucking file. That's the same. It's an Australian one for those of you who are amongst those who are those of the great unwashed, which is to say, not from the great southern land. Now, I'm being a bit harsh there, but it's an Australian phrase. You'd have something similar in most countries, I guess. I don't know about that, though. But yeah, that's one of ours. Don't know if you guys have a winner phrase. Do enlighten me. I'm all let up for these multicultural excursions. You learn stuff, you know. Now, that's that attended to. Excellent. Now, what I'll do, I'm going to do a couple of things. First, I am going to remove this. If you're going to be applying surface stuff, it's not the friend of a piece of gold. Oh, hey, GB, how you doing, man? Now, something else I'm going to do. I might as well just grab the primer now, start getting the cheek routine. Oh, this is cool. Now, while I've trimmed that down, because of that really got it. That really helped. Never mind. Now here we go. While I have trimmed that down pretty heavily, you can see it's still going to be really easy to keep it off the desk because of how well they've set. I need to slightly adjust that because I've bent the screw angle on it. There we go. I think that's still going to hit the table. Is there another way? No. Okay, I'm going to need to raise part of that up. That's a bit of a pisser. I thought it was sitting really nicely. Probably just as well I sorted out that it isn't. Never mind. Anyway, shake that up a bit more. Quite a lot more. Now, you'll use that part. That come here. I'm just removing a bit that we painted yesterday from a term a mate of mine used for one of these, which is to say something you just put stuff up on, was a plinth. Now I'm unsure if that is actually the correct term. If anybody wishes to enlighten me on that front, go your hardest. Now, something I'm pretty happy to see at this stage is that there's not much masking really going to be required, happily. Get off of there, damn you. I want you in there. Get a toothpick into that. Just to crank that bit of glue tack down. There we go. There we go, that'll hold stable. Nice. Yeah, well, is it a thing with your work that you've got a certain amount or certain tasks you need to get achieved, and therefore you can just if you get it done, you're done, and if so, that would be, yeah. I can see why you'd be going, let's get this done and dusted. Because, yeah, why wouldn't you? In simple terms, why wouldn't you? Now, alrighty. What I've remembered this time is a glove to stop my hand getting coated in surfacer. Now, I might get a bit or sound a bit distant on the mic. Last time I went out the front to do this, the mic wasn't entirely happy. No. I take it you mean gardening, not guarding. Because from my experience of guarding, no, it's an X number of hours thing, and sometimes longer. Gardening would be a nice job. Good exercise too. Well, wait, it could be a nice job at certain times, depending. Let's face it, on the scorching hot day, does anyone really want to know about that shit? I don't think so. Equally, I've left my porch light on when I went out to water the garden. Now then. Ooh. Yeah, the mic doesn't like my going outside. It's just outside the range of the receiver, I would suggest. So I might sound a bit etchy sketchy for a bit. We'll see how we roll. Any moment now, I'm going to start getting. And back we come. One more time and I'll be done, and then we can start getting down to other business. And the Maggie always knows, he knows me. There's two Maggies. And I'm back. Or at least I'm back to a range where I'm not going to get... Is that three of them? Oh, bless their cotton socks. I put bird food and a bird bath out there for them. In fact, I don't know if it's a thing you need to do so much in the northern hemisphere. Well, some parts of it you would. But certainly over here especially in the summer, bird bath is considered, the summer would be a boning on occasion. Let's face it. It's a question. I mean, now you're in Sydney, aren't you? I think I seem to recall. I was going to say in Sydney, yeah, you'd be getting a bit of love. There's a temperature range that'll go. How you do? What we'll do now. Hit your ear. I was going to do a bit of highlighting on the rear. It doesn't matter. You're in Melbourne. Not so far. Let's face it. Melbourne can give you the fisting of fury in the temperature range in the summer for sure. I cop it a little bit harder in Adelaide. It's called being close to the fucking desert. I sometimes marvel at both the first settlers, who would have had no idea and far less capacity to address the scorching temperatures that this country can provide. You can even see that in some of the old buildings. For those from overseas, you can drive through the countryside and you'll see these old hammered, like they're ruins, effectively. But they've got no porch, no porch, rather, no veranda. So they're getting direct sun with tin roofs. Yeah, that's going to really work on a 43-degree day. Fuck that. And they were a fry, poor buggers. Hi, Paul, how are you doing? And the other group I marvel at are the indigenous population who lived here. They knew how to play with the land. I get that, but fuck, that's there's some trickery there. God damn. Yeah, story ends. So yes, these are the things that I marvel at, people. Yes, they are. Shut that out. Now, as I said, as I can see, we're not going to get any painting done on this today, but we have gotten the airbrush running correctly again. This is good. That's very good. We won't get... Oh, actually, we might get all the masking done. If we do that, I'm not unhappy with the progress we've made today at all. But I'm very happy with it. I'll be very happy with that as an outcome. Right, they're ready to rock and roll. Rock and or roll. Next on our agenda. Yes. Bam. So, what we'll do is... yes. Now, there's a few bits here I'm going to want to... Mostly this sort of an area. What we're going to do very quickly... Let me just move in a bit close to the table. I'm sort of stretching forward in a manner that's not good for my back, I wouldn't have thought. This is going to be yellow with black. In fact, and I've done this David has seen me do this a few times. Not sure how many of you other guys have. So for those of you who have seen my Matchbox toy, you're going to see it again. And for those who have not seen it, you're about to. Give me a moment. Okay, here's the nuts and bolts. In fact, I'll go do two things. That and you'll grab that. All right. All right. Now, here we go. When I was a little boy, and I was once, it's true, I wasn't born over 6 feet tall and close to 300 pounds. Some people think I was. Yes. This, and it's not the one I had as a boy, but I managed to track down the exact one, the exact type, and purchased that. I'll even, give me a moment. As you can see, there's the 1972 production of the 1971 Boss Mustang. And that is pretty close to how I'm going to paint it. What I'll do, there will be a few areas where I'm going to stick closer to the more standard painting, which is to say I'll give the tail fin, make the tail fin black because that's a bit more how it rolls. That silver area there, no, that'll be black. But this is fundamentally the paint color I'm looking at, or paint. What I see on my camera is not what comes up on. There we go. Yeah, what I got, if you, I've actually got it getting a bit off track, and I'm probably going to wind the stream up on this note, because yeah, I've got to consider what other things I've got to do. I can probably take, if I'm going to do, okay, now there's that, so that's why I'm building this one. But whilst this was my favorite toy, or one of my favorite toys, there's another one I'll be building, the Lamborghini Miura. Zoom out a bit. All right, now where did I put? Here we go. This is my favorite type of Mustang, as the car goes. But In this instance, I'm not going for that paint job. I'm actually going for if I'm going to do my favorite Mustang, I might as well do my preferred paint job, which is to say a really deep navy blue. Now, something I can show, and will quite happily, and once I've done this one, I'll move directly onto that one, now give me a moment, no, not in them. I might be able to find both the yellow and the blue for those two cars that I'll be using very quickly. Let's see how we go, if we're lucky. They would both be quite full, so that's going to make it easier to identify. Potentially not in there. I might not be able to find them. We'll see how we go. It's a bit of a luck of the draw, shall we say. But I like the colours. One of them is called Blue Angels Yellow. I don't know who the Blue Angels were. I don't care. Here we go. Aha! It'll be in here somewhere. That's clear red. No. Aha! This will be the yellow. Now, give me just a little bit longer. No. I might be able to locate. Yeah, that was the one. All right. Now, up. Ooh. Yeah, right. I've never encountered them before. I have to do a bit of what a friend of mine called Google Foo. Now, here's the two colours for the two main colours. This is the yellow, and this is going to be the blue or the dark blue. Let's just give them a bit of you can't really see them unless I mix them. I don't need to go hardcore mix, but enough to give you a good idea as to what the colour will be. Maybe I won't go this yellow. It's not quite as bright as I had envisioned. That's okay. I have other yellows. Incorrigible. That's what I call it. Yeah, it's not quite as bright as I had envisioned. I'll probably go for a more standard yellow. That blue, though, that deep blue, that's the colour I'm going to do the Stang. I like that sort of a deep colour on them. I think it'll look good. Yeah, I'm not convinced about that as the yellow. It's a nice yellow, but not the yellow. I reckon. I thought it was a slightly different shade. Give me a moment. This is a standard yellow. Look, am I just overthinking this? Entirely possible. I find them really good, largely because they're you see, I want something slightly darker. Maybe, give me a moment. Jesus. I should put myself on a leash. Maybe Gelb. Gelb, as you can imagine, is Deutsch. But more obviously for trainer yellow is another option I would have. Let's have a look what we got here. If it transpires that I'm not entirely happy with any of these yellows, I'll go on the website and see if there's any others. There's them two you'd be within your right to say, no, you're sure you're not overthinking this, mate? And the answer is yeah, probably. But hey, it's because that gives me a hobby. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's have a look against them all. Our closest is that one. I don't know. I would like something a little darker. Standard yellow. You see, there we go. Actually, here we go. Here's a plan, as they're not yellows. Now, I'm going to go in a bit. That being the toy in question, you can see that none of these yellows are actually quite the color I seek. That's the closest, but even then it's not quite. So I might go on the website and see what else they got. Rubbin. These are things to consider. But yeah, as far as the other one goes though, when we get to that one, which will be our next kit, or car kit anyway, we're going to paint that one with this nice deep blue. Yeah. Alrighty. Yep. I'm going to wind up there for today. Because as I said, I do have a few things to attend to. I'm largely happy with what we got done today. As I said, just to fix the airbrush up is a very important detail all on its own. It was, much happier just knowing that now it works correctly. I can't believe it was such a small thing. All right. Now, thank you for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. I really do. First-time viewers, you know the drill. It's time for those magic words, and I'm not talking about abracadabra or Shazam. Follow, like, or subscribe. Your nose wants to. Other platforms. You can. That might be the trick. Good tip, thank you. That would, in fact, be the tip, wouldn't it? The trick. Because what I generally do is I go aluminium and then my color. But maybe I'm overthinking. So you like to do an aluminium coat to bring the sheen of the metal underneath it. That's the theory. Now, but on the other hand, if I'm looking again, I'll work this out for myself. But yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. Yes, other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord. And again, we come to follow, like, or subscribe. All right, now tomorrow I'll be back. And we will be. I'll see you later, buddy. Thank you for that tip. That's useful. Yeah. I'll be back, and tomorrow we'll be on the P51B. And I think they're going to be gearing up to give that an aluminium. So I'd say what we might even be doing on the first stream next week is doing a whole stack of aluminium. Which is to say, on the Mustang, Boss Mustang, on the P51B Mustang, and on the Messerschmitt 109A. Yeah, but we'll see how we progress. In the meantime, tomorrow, P51B. All right. With all of that said, thank you again for watching. And all I can now, tomorrow I'll be back a bit later because I don't have any early appointments, so I can be a bit later. I'll probably be on half an hour or so later than I started today, maybe a bit late, maybe in an hour. We'll see how we roll. We'll see how we rock and or roll. Alrighty. Oh, my pleasure, David. And I will catch all of you people tomorrow, hopefully. Okay. Yes. So tomorrow at a similar kit time and the same kit channel. Yes, I'll see you then. See you guys.